This video is designed to help you with your exams. Don't forget you can pause and rewind this video to go back over any points raised. Writing an email, maximise your marks, English. We're going to look at the best way to write an email, a typical question from the English writing exams. Despite the popularity of texting and social media, email remains the most common form of written communication in the business world. Email communication does not need to be as formal as that of a letter, but there are important conventions to follow that we'll look at in this video. There are 5 key aspects that you'll be marked on when you write an email. Layout, content, spelling, punctuation, and grammar. Let's look at the layout of an email. Let's start by looking at the to and CC lines and the subject line contents. The to line is for the email address of the person that you'll be sending your mail to directly. The CC line is for the email addresses of the people that you'll be sending your email to in addition to the main recipient. The English exam questions will sometimes require you to complete these lines with email addresses. The subject of the email should be clear and short, containing enough information to let the reader know what the email is about. Now, let's look at the greeting. Your greeting, sometimes known as the salutation, should be aligned on the top left of your email. You can open the salutation with "Dear." If you're on first name terms with the reader, you can be less formal and use their first name in the greeting. For example, "Hi Martin." If you do not know the reader personally, using their title and surname is best. For example, "Dear Mr. Smith." Deciding how formal the email you're writing is should be fairly simple. If you're writing to a friend, you can be more casual than if you're writing to a senior colleague. If you're writing to someone you do not know, it's best practice to be more formal. If you do not know the name of the person that you're writing to, use the greeting "Dear Sirs." If you're writing to a group of people, you can use "Dear All." Now, let's look at the content of your email. The content of your email should be split into 3 parts: the introduction, the main body or content, and the conclusion. The introductory paragraph should be short and clearly state the purpose of the email. For example, to make an inquiry or a request. For example, "My name is Andrew Smith. I'm writing about the need for increased gritting of the Oakhampton Road this winter." The main body of your email should clearly state the points that you want to make. It is a good idea to keep this as to the point as possible, to ensure that the content is clear to the reader. The concluding paragraph should outline what action you would like the reader to take, to send you information, or to make a refund, for example. The language used in an email can be less formal than that of a letter, but should always be appropriate for the audience that receive it. Now let's look at the conclusion, or sign-off of an email. Email does not require a formal sign-off, but there are conventional closing words that are used. For example, best regards, regards, or simply thanks. Spelling, punctuation and grammar are also important in all written exam work and are essential to maximise your marks. Always double check your spelling and think carefully about your punctuation and grammar. There are other videos on the Training Alliance website that go over some of the top tips for punctuation and grammar. If you'd like more help in these areas, please take a look. The exams often have a question that asks you to write an email to inform a colleague about an event. For example, a venue for a business meeting, its time and its date. This type of email is designed to inform a group of people. For example, information about a meeting. This might include the venue, time and date, and any other essential details for the attendees. It is important to be clear and to provide enough detail so it is clear to the reader what the event is for and why they should be attending. If you use the information in this video to help you write your emails, you will maximise your marks in the exam.